I'm going to show you how to make the world's most important ingredient, bacon. It's crispy, it's salty, it's sweet, it's savory, and most important of all, it makes everything taste better. Whoa.
Thanks to KamadoJoe for sponsoring this episode.
That's right, this is not just making bacon right now. It is about making bacon when you're in a hurry, in less than 30 minutes. I almost can't believe it myself, but just imagine, if you can make bacon in under 30 minutes, fresh bacon, you can do this Sunday morning. Let's go! The first thing that you're going to need to make this bacon is some kind of smoking device. I'll be using the KamadoJoe, loading it up with some charcoal, firing it up, and then we can talk about the most important thing about smoking bacon, the smoke wood. What flavor are you going to use? In my case, I'll be using beech. This is Europe's most popular smoking wood and flavor profile, so this is going to be perfect. But there's the thing, if you're smoking bacon in less than 30 minutes, and that's time. You don't have the time to smoke it for a long period and therefore getting that intense smoke flavor. And this is the amount of wood that I'm going to use. It looks like a lot, and it is, but I'm going to suffocate the fire. And with that, create lots and lots of smoke in a short period of time, giving the bacon extra smoke flavor. Since I'm using the KamadoJoe, I might as well also use the soapstone. It is a heavy stone that I can put in my barbecue and that I can sear the bacon on. Because if I'm making bacon, I'm eating bacon too. On the other side, I'll be smoking bacon, so that is where the grill grate goes. Once the fire's going down, the smoke wood goes in, and we're going to get an intense amount of smoke instantly. I'm just going to wait for it to catch fire. I'm going to put the grill grates in. Now I'm going to close the lid and let the fire die down. You can see the top vent, it's starting to smoke. I'm going to close the bottom vent almost all the way. That's going to instantly kill the fire. Okay, now let's move to the pork belly, because of course it takes a good slice of pork belly to make bacon. And what is good pork belly for bacon? Well, it means we have a good fat to meat ratio. It doesn't mean we want little fat. We just want about 50-50 fat meat, because we need something to render down, of course. All right, this actually is a beautiful piece, lots of meat and great amount of intermuscular fat. So this is going to give us a beautiful slice of bacon. Now I'm going to cut my bacon into strips, and I'm going to cut them a little thicker than you would find them in the supermarket. One thing is that it makes it easier to slice, and the other thing is that you're basically getting better bacon. Lay that down on a rack, and I'm going to slice this whole thing up. It will help if you have a sharp knife, of course. Once you got it sliced up, it's time to put some salt on it. And the way I want you to think about salting the bacon is basically double season. Use the amount that you would normally use and double that. And if you use very little salt, add a little extra. If you want to, you can also use some sugar, which is kind of traditional in bacon. But personally, I prefer my bacon with just salt and smoke. It's going to give you a better pork flavor, and it's going to prevent your bacon from burning. This is now ready to go on the barbecue. Talking about the barbecue, I haven't talked about at what temperature we're going to be smoking at. And honestly, it doesn't matter as long as we got plenty of smoke coming. You can see that we got lots of smoke. Let me demonstrate by opening this up. Lots and lots of smoke. The bacon goes in. You can see that there's a little fire going on underneath. And that's why we want to keep that lid closed as much as possible. Otherwise, your bacon is going to be rendering down, melting the fat and creating a fire while we just want a little bit of smoke. Let's quickly look at the time. It took about 11 minutes to start the barbecue, make the bacon, and now we just got to give it time to pick up smoke flavor. Things are moving fast here. The temperature is raising up, and we're currently running at a temperature of about 140 degrees Celsius. But you got to keep in mind that there's direct heat underneath the bacon. So what I want to do is I want to check the temperature as good as it goes, and it's above 65 degrees Celsius, which means our bacon is now officially cooked and food safe. And it also means I can take it off the barbecue right now. Whoa. Now you have two options. Either you're going to use the bacon as it is, or you're going to put it in the freezer and let it cool down as quickly as possible. I'm going to do a 50-50 split. I'm going to take half, use it now, and put the rest in the freezer. I'm going to take this half, put it in a Ziploc bag, roll it up. Of course, if you want to, you can put it in a vacuum bag, or you can do like this, put this in the freezer. And that's exactly how easy it is to make bacon. It's just too easy not to do it at home. Get the right slices, get that beautiful flavor profile. So it's really easy to make bacon yourself. But I'm gonna prove to you that this bacon is very, very special because you made it yourself. It's one of those things, if you make it at home, it's gonna be better. And that's why I already set the KamadoJoe up with the soapstone. I'm gonna remove the blocks of firewood underneath that soapstone. With a ceramic barbecue like this, you don't have to worry about putting in wood. It burns perfect. It gives a great effect while cooking. I'm going to take some of that wood out because it's a bit intense in the amount of energy that we put in this barbecue. Not that the barbecue can't handle it, but it's just too much power to cook bacon with. You see, bacon likes a low and slow sear, and it's really happy when it's cooking in its own fat. Talking about fat, I'm going to put a little bit of beef tallow on the soapstone to get it started. And the fat gets soaked into the stone. That's why I'm scraping off the top layer. That's getting rid of any impurities that I don't want in my bacon. And with a piece of paper towel, I'm cleaning it off. There we go, just like that. And now it's time for the bacon to go onto the soapstone. Do you hear that sizzle? That is bacon happiness. A slow sear. Now, if you're going for looks on your bacon, the trick is to take some baking paper, put it on top. Make sure you don't have way too much, otherwise that's just going to burn up. Put it on the bacon and then put a cast iron pan on. That's going to weigh down the bacon. To not have the temperature inside the barbecue get out of control, I'm going to close the lid and I'm going to wait for about 4 minutes and then check it back on the bacon to see if it needs a flip. You can see that it's building up its own layer of fat. And bacon that is cooking in its own fat, whoa, that's the best thing. That is some tasty looking bacon. And while the bacon is cooking out, we might as well make something tasty out of it. And why not? A BLT sandwich. Some tomatoes, nice and thin, just like that. Of course, we gotta have some lettuce. And I wanna make a sauce to go with it. Of course, it's mayonnaise on a BLT sandwich. But if we take mayonnaise, and funny enough, add a little bit of the PitmasterX chicken seasoning, you would expect pork, but really chicken, trust me. Let's check on that bacon. Looking phenomenal. Oh my, it's rendering out to perfection. We're getting that perfect bacon. I'm gonna put the grill grates back in so that we can have some toasted white bread. Let's get that bread nice and golden brown. Put the sandwich on the soapstone with the bacon grease. Let it soak up. Then put it over the fire and look at that bacon. That is so beautiful, golden brown, absolute perfection. Some toasted bread, chicken seasoning mayonnaise, tomato, slices of lettuce, and then our precious bacon. We're just gonna keep it going. While we're at it, we might as well make it a double. Imagine restaurants making homemade bacon. They don't. That's why you gotta do it at home. Impress the old lady, make her happy, give her a good breakfast. She'll love you for the rest of the day. Look at that. Now that is what I call a marry me sandwich. Let's slice this up. Whoa. I could eat that. I could definitely eat this. That would definitely fit the profile of what I'm looking for. Let me try that bacon first. Smoky, salty. That is perfect bacon. Let's get a full bite out of this sandwich. Can't wait any longer. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. And how did you know that you can make your own bacon in under 30 minutes? Please give it a try. You won't be disappointed. See you guys next time. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.